Hello Pisces, hello Cancer. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. Thanks so much for wanting to look in on a Cancer or a Pisces. I am your Pisces moon sister, so I have the water energy too. So we're going to do something just a little bit different this week. We're going to ask the Sacred Traveler, what are you trying to leave in the past? Cancer and Pisces, where we're going to get a couple of these and we're going to ask what is the focus for the week ahead, and then we're going to ask about the near future and what's coming up there. So I will first read for Cancer. Cancer, it is your birthday, so happy birthday to you. And Pisces, I'll be along in just a second if you will scroll. All right, here we go, Cancer. Just want to let you know that there is a sale. If you're interested in a private read, you can get 10% off until the end of the month, and you can see everything you need, including a code that'll get you over to Wizio. All right, here we go. What are you trying to leave in the past, Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What are you trying to leave in the past? We have rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. So that's what you're leaving in the past. Anything that's not healing for you. Decided that you're just not going to offer yourself to just any old buddy. And I just mean even in friendships and families and all of that. I feel like you've realized that you're far more comfortable being away from people. You like to be with people, Cancer. If I'm connecting, it's you I'm connecting with. So you don't mind being around people, maybe not huge crowds, but I feel like that in the past you've always said yes, and I think that's about to stop. Yeah. So what I think you're leaving in the past is you're just not going to give just anybody your energy anymore. I feel like you've spent some time alone. The only way that you can find out that you like to be alone more than you like to be with people is to spend a lot of time alone. And I think that you have. And I think that you do. I think you enjoy spending time alone with you. So I think what you're leaving in the past is saying yes when you want to say no. Yeah, just being honest with somebody, because the rejuvenating rain is healing. You want to clear that past so you can heal the present. And if you were someone who was always saying yes or would never say no, then I feel like that is something that's about to come to an end in the week ahead. I think you realize that your energy and where it's at in your happiness and staying away from people who have drama, that kind of thing, is way more important than you maybe realized it was in the past. So you have decided to move forward with clarity here. Oh, look at that. Didn't even notice that. Neat. Put that there. All right, so we're going to be focused now on what is your focus for the week ahead. What is the focus or the energy of the focus on the week ahead? All right, smiley face. We have joy. It's card number 30. We have fun. Look, we have fun and joy. That is amazing. Yeah. I think you're about to get more social. And I'm not saying you're going into massive groups of people, but maybe, there's card number 30. Maybe it's just like, you're visiting with another couple, or they invite you over, or you know what I mean? Like it's people that you already know, people that already put a smile on your face. Because I'm thinking 3 Pentacles. And the only reason I'm thinking Pentacles is because the blue is the throat chakra and it rules Taurus. And so I'm thinking of Pentacles. Yeah. It's these are people that you already know, people that you're familiar with. I feel like you have realized or have gone through a reckoning of who you want in your life and who you don't, because you're spending more time in the rejuvenating rain. Yeah. I feel like it's only a few people that you want to see at a time. You're not interested in large groups of people. I think that whoever is able to call you friend it's a very rare thing and therefore a commodity. That's what it feels like. It's like you don't just give your friendship to any old body. Okay, so we've got endings here in the future. It looks like there's going to be something that is coming to an end. Now, endings are just transformation, right? And you already might be getting signs and symbols about that. I'm just looking. There is an 11. There's a clock on the table, or it's the 11th, I guess. That's what it is. It's not a clock. It's a calendar. 11, 11. So there's an 11 here. They're clever. Put an 11 here, and that's number 11. So I feel like if you are seeing that number, that there is something that's about to change or transform. Yeah. It feels like it doesn't feel like an ending or a situation is ending. It feels like a change of mind. That's what it feels like. Oh, maybe it's something that clicks here, that you've got unlimited potential. Oh, in love. All right, here you go. So there's in the future, it feels like there is some sort of a change or a transformation that takes place that pushes you into sort of an energy of love. In the future here, it says, don't let pride get in your way. So if you are in fact thinking about someone who is of a romantic interest here, I feel like that you're about to take action. It says a sunflower is action. You're about to take action on love. There is an unlimited potential as long as you're willing to change. As long as you're willing to learn and grow, I think there's unlimited potential for you. Don't let pride get in the way. You could be dealing with a Leo. Maybe you have Leo in the chart. All right, what do we got here? We've got you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Interesting. Yeah, that's what's coming up, right? The new moon in Cancer. So I think that's a direct message probably from the other side for you. You and your loved ones are safe, Cancer. So rest easy. You're good. Your commitment is being tested. Something is coming to your life that might rock the boat. I don't think it's going to be terrible or awful, but I do feel, because we got commitments being tested, you have a reminder here that your loved ones are safe. So, you know what I mean? It feels like your commitment's being tested, but no one's going to be hurt. It's not going to be terrible or awful. I feel like there's going to be, something's going to test your patience. All right, let's take a look. What's going on here? Cancer. Heavy hitters right out the gate. I don't expect any less. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's figure it out. What's going on here? You don't want to go out. I think that you know what? I think that if you could go out and have fun and there were no people there, it would be good. That's what I want to say. It's making me giggle, this energy. The Three of Cups is making me giggle. Look, there's joy. And the smiley face. Yeah, you're cracking me up. So I feel like, it feels like you're struggling with that. It feels like you're struggling with, I'm trying to see it from the other side. I know I need to see people. I know I need connection. My gut is telling me, this is card number 2, which in the tarot is the High Priestess. So it's Piscean energy as well. So I feel like you're trying to connect to your Piscean energy. I know I got to get out. I got to have more fun. I got to meet more people. Trying to see it from the other side. And what you're trying to see from the other side, I think, is the Three of Cups. Look, you're going to go. The Wheel of Fortune's here. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't care if your ass is ready. No. It's change, and it's coming at you. It's like if you were going out to find it, you might take a detour, but it's coming to find you. So there is some change here that's happening, and it is fortunate change. I feel like if you get some sort of a invitation to go somewhere, you definitely should go. It's going to be a good time. It just made me giggle right away. I feel like you hesitate, though. You're trying to be more flexible in this new cleared sort of energy that you're living in. You're trying to be more flexible, and maybe things that you used to say no to, maybe you will start saying yes to. Don't let pride get in the way. I like that. I like that, how it falls in. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't let pride tell you not to go to this group gathering or whatever it is, somebody's backyard barbecue. I feel like it's only a few people. I don't feel like it's a huge thing. I feel like it's not a wedding. I feel like it's somebody's backyard or a friend's. We have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. Very interesting. You might be seeing threes. Queen of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you want to talk about something, Cancer, that's been weighing on your mind. I feel like there's something in the past here. I'm looking at the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you want to talk about something that happened in the past. It's a false start. I feel like it's a false start, or it was a false start. It was something that started to grow and then stopped, or it was a false start. Maybe it was the right person, wrong time. I feel like if you want that, if you want the commitment, you're the one that's going to have to move forward. I mean, that's no cap from the bottom of the deck. That is, yeah. So you're the one that's going to have to take charge if you want this commitment here. If you want this commitment, or maybe it is that you need to take charge towards someone who's a Taurus, or maybe this is your higher self as well, reminding you that what you're looking for. It feels like a change of mind. I'm telling you, it feels like a change of mind. I don't think that you wanted this back there. But we've got the Knight of Cups here. We've got romance. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Hierophant, which is the commitment. And we've got the Emperor. It just tells me, I think that if you're the Emperor, and you can be, you don't have to be Aries. If you're the Emperor, if you're the business owner, if it all is on you, right? You're the one who everybody reports to. You're employing people possibly, or you have your own business. If it's not that, it's this telling you that it's time for you to take a step forward. If you want to be able to do that, though, you might have to take some chances. I'm just saying. But I really feel like what we're seeing here is the Five of Cups is telling me that there was a false start, like something you jumped into, and maybe you just. The Queen of Swords tells me maybe we had a lot to talk about, or maybe you said something that offended them. Maybe that's your thoughts. Did I offend this person? Queen of Swords, yeah. Maybe you were really honest with somebody about your feelings, or maybe you weren't. Five of Cups is here. Yeah. Maybe you were not. All right, so what I'm seeing here is the Three of Cups. I think that if you go to this gathering, take this invitation, or for some of you, you're going to ask somebody to a public place. Do you want to go for dinner? Do you want to go to my friend's place for a barbecue? I feel like if you reach out to that person, the answer is yes. Everything's moving forward in a fortunate way for you here in the week ahead. I feel like if you go there, I don't care if you ask them to go or if you meet them there or whatever it is, but it feels like there is... I feel like there is somebody, yeah, it feels like you meet somebody there. And I'm not saying you have this great across a crowded room moment or anything, but I think that you're going to meet somebody there who's going to change the way you think, or who is also going through great change, or maybe has come through some of the change like you've been through. I feel like this person's really joyous. I want to say that they'll have like a significant laugh. That'll crack you up. Like it'll make you want to laugh. This person has maybe it's not a weird laugh, but maybe they're laughing all the time. It feels very happy to me. There's joy and fun here. I feel like you do get this invitation, and here you are in the Hanged Man energy, trying to see it from another possible perspective. How can I tell somebody no and let them down easy? I don't think you're supposed to. I think that the Hanged Man tells me that you've been in stagnant energy lately, and it's time for you to cut yourself free. Yeah. I think you're going to, because the Seven of Wands in the reverse tells me that you're no longer standing your ground. You don't feel defensive. And I think it's because of these healing waters, right? I feel like you've gone through some sort of a purge. And really that's what this new moon in Cancer is about, right, Cancer? It's about all the emotional things that we need to purge. so you can carry on and be a little bit lighter. Like it says, don't let your pride get in the way. I think that the universe is clear saying you can stay in the Hanged Man energy if you want. Yes, you can. But don't let pride get in your way. Don't let your pride stop you from doing things. You know that you're going to have to be seen as, or try and be a little bit flexible if you're going to go back into society and be with the people, right? Because I feel like you come from a place of hermiting, because healing is usually done alone. Like significant healing will be done alone. Don't let pride get in your way. I feel as though the ships that are coming in is some social invites over this summer period, and I think that you should take them. I think you need to get a little more social. I feel like you've been spending a lot of time by yourself. And the Three of Swords tells me that the reason that you hide behind your pride sometimes is I think you've been hurt significantly. Yeah. And staying behind the bars, right? Seven of Wands is defensive energy. Staying behind the bars is easier than being flexible. It is. But that's what happens when you spend too much time alone, right? If the only person you have to listen to is yourself, you're always going to be right. All right. Let's clarify just a little bit. So I think in the future, there is some sort of, communication. I feel that there is some sort of communication that you wish to have with someone that you feel like you were really harsh with, or maybe, it feels like you either feel like you said or did something or acted a certain type of way, and maybe that's the reason that this thing really didn't get off the ground. The Fool doesn't usually give me that energy. The Fool usually gives me the energy of, taking an uneducated leap of faith, like jumping in feet first and don't care what's at the bottom. That's not the energy I'm getting from that today, though. It feels like there is something that sort of ended before it began, or it began and ended really quickly. You could be dealing with someone who is a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo. The Wheel of Fortune is all the fixed energies. Fixed energies move really slow. They're not quick to change their minds. It can be hard energy. I'm telling you that because I'm a fixed sun. I'm a Taurus sun. And this energy, can be a little bit of tough change, I think. But I want to say that your tough change is going to be trying to endure groups of people. Yeah. Tell me about the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you might meet somebody. The Three of Cups is telling me that you might meet somebody in a public setting, like a really small public setting. And I mean, it could even be your friends are setting you up, but I feel like it's a joyous occasion, or it's like this person has some sort of a laugh that cracks you up, or that's how you'll know that they are the person, because they have a weird laugh, or they're laughing all the time. This person's going to immediately make you take your fences down. Your defenses will be down here. The Justice card is here. It's like you really enjoy this person's company. Everything seems kind of balanced when you're with them, even though you've got change that's coming up. Like, I feel like the change is that you're going to be social. So I feel like you're going to find some stability and balance in the social situations. I think that even though this is hard energy and sometimes it's hard change, that Justice is here to say, look, just go. Go, you're going to get justice here. You might even meet a Libra. We have the Two of Wands. We have Moon energy. And we have the Page of Cups. I love it. So I feel like in the week ahead, there's some sort of a... The Page of Cups is what I'm looking at. In the future, it's what's coming in. The Three of Wands, your ships that are coming in is a new spark of some type of love or interest in someone romantically, it feels like. I feel like you're holding back a little bit because you've been hurt before. I don't know that you're really healed from the last situation that you were in, but I think that, one, it's going to surprise you, and two, I think that it's going to be the beginning of something that's, emotion-based. I feel like you don't see it coming. You don't see the ships coming in because I feel like you're going to take this invite. But I think you're really going to think it over. I don't know that you know you want to go right away. So I feel like you get the invite and then you're like, meh, should I? I think you should go because the Two of Wands is here. That's the adventure. Yeah, it's going to the crossroads, or you're at the crossroads of your life. And it's nothing but adventure from here. Sagittarian energy. Let's go. The moon is here, right? There you are, Cancer. Cancer and Pisces energy. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to figure out reasons why you shouldn't go and have some fun. And I don't think you can find any. I don't think you can find any. No. I think that you are going to get to meet someone who kind of makes your heart skip a beat a little bit. It feels like children. I'm looking at the Page of Cups, right? It feels like children. Well, I'm 55, so to me, children are like in their 20s, right? And it feels like, puppy love. It feels like, well, I mean, sometimes you're in hardcore love when you're in 20s, but it feels maybe like a teenage crush, or that's how it feels. Yeah. Tell me what your challenge is for the week ahead. Ooh, look at that, Cancer. The Two of Cups. Can't write that stuff, I'm telling you. Yeah. So you're challenged by love because I feel like the moon is here. It feels like you're Cancer, you're keeping everything under the surface. It's in the dark. I like it there. I'm just going to leave it there. You don't need to see it. The Two of Cups, though, tells me someone's going to see it. Yeah, your emotions are poking out. That's for sure. I feel like it is in the week ahead. Someone's going to get you, get your heart aflutter. That's what it feels like. Before we go, I just want to clarify this joy and fun a little bit. You knew it. Okay. So you might even know ahead. Like for some of you, maybe you know ahead that these friends are having a get together and they always come back and ask you if you want to come. It could be that. But I feel like you have been spending time by yourself in the silence. But I think you've been thinking a lot, like overthinking. And I think that you haven't been engaging in your joy. Yeah, that you've been spending too much time alone. You've been spending your time in quiet thought. And I think that you haven't been, it's time for you to get out and have some belly laughs, Cancer. That's what it feels like here. The King of Swords shows up, right? And you've been in a lot of quiet contemplation and up in your head. And it's time for you to have some fun. You got to meet some people. I think you could meet someone significant. And if you don't want to meet someone significant, maybe you just go and have fun at this place. Because it seems like it's going to be fun. Oh. That kind of fun. Be careful for that kind of fun. Yeah. But I think mostly what it's saying is that we've got some not so great thoughts. I feel like that being by yourself too much, you're overthinking stuff. It's always in your head. And now it's become obsessive. And you're starting to talk yourself out of things. Or do you know what I mean? It's kind of, I got doubt. It's just because you've been spending too much time alone in your head. Yeah, alone. Something's concealed. You haven't really been speaking to people, right? The Seven of Swords, for me, yes, it can be lies and stuff like that, but for me, it's something that's concealed that I'm not telling you. So it feels like you've been spending too much time by yourself. We have the Ten of Cups. Look, you need this joy. You need this fun. Ten of Cups is the apex of happiness. Emotional happiness. You are going to have emotional happiness if you get out the house and find you someone at this get-together. Yeah. Even if you invite people to your place, maybe it's not an invitation that comes to you. Maybe it's one that you send about. Someone's bringing someone significant if that's the case. We got here, Seven of Wands. You got to work on your flexibility, man. You do. Strength. And you're having the courage, I think, to stand your ground on things that hurt you in the past. And I think that's really smart. That's what you're thinking about lately. All right. Cancer, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I am out for now. Loved you guys. See you later. Bye-bye. All right, Pisces, it is your turn. Here we go. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate that you waited for me. And I just want you to know that there is a sale going on private reads right now until the 31st of July. 10% off any of my reads over at Wizio. Everything you need, including a discount code, is in the description. All right. So what are we going to find out here? What are you trying to leave in the past, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you if you are a cross watcher. Pisces, what do you want to leave in the past, my friend? What do you want to leave in the past, Pisces? Pisces. Take your first step. Begin now. Wow. We'll clarify that to see what it is that you're giving up in the past. But I feel like whatever you're giving up, that you're just leaving, like you're leaving it behind. You're literally going on another path. Look, this could be as dramatic as maybe you've just decided that the people that you were hanging out with just are no longer vibing with you, and you've decided that you're out. Begin now. If that's you, if you're sitting in amongst the people that you've been sitting in for years and years, and you sit now and watch and listen to their conversations, and you know, maybe sometimes you feel like it feels like you look around you and you're like, you know what, it's time to take my first step out of here. It's time to go. I feel like although you might be leaving something behind in the past, you are gaining things in the future, of course, right? Because there's so many things that are going to happen on that beautiful path. We've got embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. All right, so maybe whatever was going on in the past was making you sad, because now it feels like in the future you're quite happy. Begin now. Maybe you're making a conscious decision to be happy. I tell you, it starts right there. Gratitude and making a decision to be happy. It is a decision. And of course, at first, it can be really tough to make that decision every day, but it gets to be, it's the muscle you flex, right? Whatever muscle you flex, that's the one that's going to be strongest. Yep. I'm going to say, punch yourself in the face with happiness. Not the toxic happiness. No, but really doing things you love to do for yourself and for other people. All right. What are you going to be focused on next week? What is your focus going to be next week? What is the focus next week? Tell me about the energy for next week for Pisces, please. So you might be focused on your family. For some of you, it's just going to be that you're focused on your ancestry. You might be someone who is, you know, looking into your ancestry. Could be going to a family reunion, taking your first step. Oh, maybe this is the first step to finding out who your ancestry is. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, we have recycle. Oh, this kind of gives me reincarnation vibes. I love that. Ancestry, recycle, recover. That's what we do, right? It's a baseball game. We slide into home, mud and blood on our face. We go back. And then we decide to do it all again. We recycle after we've recovered. Yeah, it feels like you're probably someone who's interested in finding out who you are, because it says here, begin now, right? And it is taking your first step. You're about to find out who you are. Do some really deep diving on your ancestry. You could be someone who maybe was adopted. And you're going to dig into the ancestry, but that doesn't have to be the case. I feel like it feels like recycled souls, like you want to look at the line of ancestry and see, you know, where did you come from, right? Do you look like that one? Are your mannerisms like that one? Yeah, I think that's what you're looking into here. We've got fun in the distance, and we have enlightenment. Okay, you're coming across something here. Someone is going to enlighten you. It's going to make you happy. So some information is coming toward you. We've got action. We've got balance. Okay. So you come from a place of not really feeling in balance. And we've got action here and enlightenment. So it feels like either you're healing or someone communicates with you, and it's positive communication. Enlightenment tells me you could be getting downloads. The enlightenment could be coming from another person that you know. Yeah. Someone's going to enlighten you. You're going to get some information you didn't expect. Begin now. Pisces. Taking your first steps. Oh, for some of you, you're giving reciprocity to the family. Maybe you've been estranged. That could be too, because I'm looking at card number 42, which is 6, which is reciprocity, but it's also, do you even want me around? Like, are you busy with everyone else? Like, maybe you feel breadcrumbed by your family. But maybe you don't know who they are. Maybe it feels like estrangement. Maybe you know who they are, and maybe you want to know who they are. Hello again. Yeah. Feels like you're going back to someone that feels like family, that's related like family, or it is your family. For the future, we've got conclusions are within reach. Okay, that's what it does feel like to me. It does feel like there is, somebody you have a really deep connection to here. Ancestral, someone who feels like family. Oh, yeah, like it feels like hello again. And this recycle and recover is giving me sort of vibes of reincarnation. It's like, I don't know, I've seen it online before where like a child is born into the family and it ends up that child looks like someone from maybe 100 years ago in the family line, and maybe that child is the only redhead, or that child is the only one that has blonde hair. It feels like somebody has come back and you've suspected that, why does this person feel so familiar? It might be because you have known them in another life as a family member. Okay, so you're going to reach some sort of conclusion. Bottom of the deck, we have a time to give rather than take. Okay, what are we looking at? Great. All right, Pisces, here we go. Let's take a look at some tarot. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces energy. You know, I was just thinking, like, this does feel like reincarnation to me. And this does feel like it's like maybe you are connected to this person in another life as a family member. Maybe that's why they feel so familiar. I think you're going to meet this person on the path from wherever you're going. It says begin now, right? Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Two of Pentacles, got the Seven of Swords. The Page of Swords. There is going to be a conversation, or you will receive a message about whatever this conclusion is. It says full moon eclipse. So it says conclusions are within reach. You will reach a point where you have clarity on something you've been trying to make a decision on, and it's going to cause you to cut somebody out. It's going to cause you, I feel, that the reason or the way that the conclusion is within reach, it feels like there is some sort of communication that's coming to you. This is going to be the conclusion, and then I think you cut somebody out. Got the Seven of Cups. Page of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man energy. Just listening. I feel like there is something I feel in the week ahead that's going to be revealed to you. And sorry, I was just listening, and that's why I get quiet sometimes. I get messages. So I feel like there is something that is going to be surprising in the week ahead. It says hello again. So someone that you are very deeply connected to, maybe in a past life or even in this one, take it as it resonates. Hello again tells me that somebody has recovered from something and is coming back again. The recycle, hello again. surprising that this person still has feelings, because I think that the Seven of Swords is telling me that it's been very quiet, that you feel like you left someone in the past and now it's silent, but I think there's about to be another round, like ding, round 4 or whatever it is. And I'm not really sure if it's a lifetime thing or a personal thing. I want to say that if I go back to the family thing, which I'm feeling, so for some of you it is a family thing, I feel as though this family has been either trying to reach out to you or you've been wanting to reconnect with this family, but it feels like life keeps you really busy, and that you're trying to get balance within the family or connecting back to the family. The ancestry and the tree and the roots and all of that is telling me that if it's not family, it's someone who feels like family. And I feel like you've been busy, really overwhelmed with life, and maybe you're working 2 jobs. It feels like with the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles that there's an overwhelming amount of work that has to be done here. So for some of you who've been estranged from the family, it's like it feels overwhelming, like you'll never fix it. I want to say if we're looking at this as someone that you were deeply connected to in a last life as a family member, that would be a reason why you would feel deeply connected to that person in this life. Because it's like we come here in clusters, right? We all travel together, and it's like we have the same people around us that we meet in our life. We have those same souls in every lifetime. That's how I understand it. Doesn't have to be your doctrine. So it feels like there is, it's like an overwhelming connection, like emotional or energetic connection that you have with somebody in the week ahead. It's like either this person is coming back or they've reincarnated from another time, and you're going to feel them like that. You're going to feel their energy as deeply connected because you know their energy. Your souls are going to know each other, and I really feel like you haven't seen this person in a long time, or you haven't spoken with them in a long time. I feel like you think they left you behind, or vice versa. Maybe you left them behind. And it might have been because of some sort of harsh words that were had, or maybe it wasn't harsh words, but maybe you couldn't come to an agreement on something. I'm looking at the 5 swords. Maybe you're both on different paths. You couldn't come to an agreement about something. This person, I feel, is going to show up or pop up here. And I feel like it's someone who's back again, because we've got hello again, and we've got card number 21, which is a 3. The green tells me Pentacles. So you might know this person. Conclusions are within reach. The fact that we have the 4 of Pentacles here tells me that maybe you're just not feeling very vulnerable. When you receive this message, I feel like you sit on it for a bit. Conclusions are within reach. This person comes back, and I feel like you haven't spoken with them, and they're just popping up now. They do feel like a soulmate. For some of you, it is a family member that you haven't spoken with in a long time, and someone's coming in to say sorry, or comes with an apology, or something very, very small. Do you know what I mean? Like, sorry, I did that to you. Like, it's not really a huge apology. For those of you who this is someone in respect of love, I feel like you feel an immediate connection to this person, and you have immediate emotional feelings for them, even though it could be a long time since you've spoken with them, or maybe you've been silent with them. But this person feels like they have left you behind, or you feel like they've left you behind. All right. All right. So you know what? Okay, here it is. There it is. Okay. So I feel like Pisces, you offered a cup. They said no. Yeah. This person never took their eye off the cup, by the way. They never took their eye off the Ace of Cups. This person was probably in something with someone else, but it wasn't I feel like this person, it doesn't feel like they were like in a long-term relationship or anything, but I do feel like this person had other people, and so they didn't take your cup because they didn't see the value in it at that time. But look, there's going to be some sort of a reunion that starts a new beginning here, and I think that it's going to put you up in your head with the Hanged Man energy. So the Hanged Man energy is like you're really going to have to think on this new beginning going into the future, Pisces, because there you go. You're going to be struggling with your gut. Your intuition's on high. You will make the right decision because you do. That's what you do. You're Pisces. If you think about it long enough, you'll make the right decision. But the decision you have to make is that this person, I feel, if it's a romantic thing, is coming back. This person you haven't spoken with, or maybe they lied to you. Maybe it just went quiet. They're coming back with some sort of a small apology, but they are going to pop up, and I feel like the Page of Swords tells me that and the Page of Cups, right? They're bringing in messages, trying to find out things. They're sort of sticking their toe in the water to find out if you're still closed off to them, or if we're going to be able to reach a conclusion here in whatever's going on. Like, are we going to not ever talk to each other? It feels like you have to make a decision about opening up a new chapter with somebody here. And I feel like you're trying to see it from the other side. Like, you're trying to see it from their side, from your side. How is this going to impact my family? I really feel like this person is coming back for some sort of a reunion here. This person who, I think you probably told them your feelings, and they probably said, look, I just can't do that. I don't do the feelings thing. I'm too busy for it. I have too many things to do. Clarify a little bit. Let's find out what's about to begin now. It says, take your first steps. Begin now. It looks like there's a reunion here, right? As we're looking at the bottom of the deck, it's coming up in the future. So you are going to begin now. So I'm going to say that if this is a person that's in your family, that situation is about to transpire in the week ahead. If the situation of the family thing is resonating with you, if it's the love thing, or the person who is, hello again, coming back and recycling after recovering from something that went on between you, it feels, or maybe with them and someone else. I'm just saying. I've got the Hanged Man energy. Begin now. Take your first steps. So universe is saying, look, this is what's going to happen, right? We see the Hanged Man here as well. This is what's going down. Your intuition's already telling you that it's time for you to start looking into this situation. Start entertaining it. There is somebody who's recycling, coming back, or this family situation. This person's going to feel like an immediate connection. If it's a love situation, you're immediately going to go into the Page of Cups. Why do I feel an emotional connection to this person immediately? I feel like you're going to start thinking about that now, maybe because you saw this reading, but it feels like there is somebody who's coming back here. You're going to have to make a decision, and you're hesitating, right? And I said that over here. It's like you're going to have to make some sort of a big decision here, and there's hesitation because it's like this person's coming back. Like you already thought it was over, right? But you're taking your first steps in listening to your gut 100% of the time. And if your gut says no, if your gut says wait, then you're going to wait. And I think that when you go on this new path here, right, it says begin now. When you go on this new path, all you have is your intuition. And I'm saying this new path because I feel like you have come to a place in your life where you now trust yourself more than you trust the people around you, Pisces. I think that you no longer have to ask friends for advice. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like there is a coming together here, because we've got 2 and 1 is 3 Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Pentacles, which means something is about to begin. There's about to be something materializing. The message is coming in, right? I feel like with the 3 Pentacles, it tells me that we're starting to build just a little bit. So I feel like if you're the one that's feeling overwhelmed with work or overwhelmed with your Pentacle life, I feel like there's about to be an extra Pentacle coming in here, like a message coming in that is going to be helpful in the 3D. I feel like it's a message that's coming in. It's going to be really helpful. It's going to give you a little more stability, right? This guy's on the tightrope, and he's only got the 2 Pentacles, but the third, I'm thinking of a stool, gives a little more stability, right? Somebody might be coming in to help. Someone who has money. Ooh, someone who has stability. Someone who's ready for a relationship here. We've got the Page of Cups. It is somebody who, not the Page of Cups. We've got the 6 of Cups. So it is somebody that you've known for a while or that you have had last life connection with, right? Six of Cups can be that. It also could just be someone that you've known for a long time if we're talking about the family thing. If we are talking about the family thing, I think that somebody in the family is going to either give you money, or you may be receiving money from a family member for a little bit of stability. If you are estranged from that family, I feel like there is going to be more stability. It feels like there is going to be a patriarch in the family that is going to install a little more stability within the family, and that's by bringing in the third pentacle, right? This person here might be the patriarch, and they could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person might be the patriarch and the one who is going to give stability to the situation. All right. For those of you who are looking at this as somebody who is coming back because of the hello again and the Seven of Swords and the Page of Cups, I feel like this person could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be. But if they are not those signs, this is someone who's going to give you stability. This is someone who's ready. It's the king that is ready for marriage, ready for children. I want to protect you. I want to support you. Well, windows are open. You're going to hear loud birds. Sorry. This person wants to give you stability, wants to be dependable for you. This person is someone who feels as though you are their soulmate. They never said that, though. They've never told you that. The Seven of Swords is here, but they always felt like they left you behind, Pisces. Or you always felt like you left them behind. It's like, Pisces, if it's you I'm talking to, I feel like you already know that this person is your soulmate and you had to leave them behind, but they couldn't tell you. They wouldn't speak with you. They wouldn't talk about it. You had to. You had to move on, right? Well, I think you're going to get a message. I think this person's been watching you. I think they've been quiet and they've been watching you. And I think you're about to get a message. Yeah. I feel like it's for some of you, if it's not a message, it's a messenger. And I feel like maybe the messenger is the one that we're talking about. It's like an instant connection, right? Right here. And for some of you, you know who I'm talking about already. It's crossing all the ways, y'all. All of it. I'm sorry. I'm hoping it's not too confusing for you. I'm trying to keep it straight in my own head, but I'm getting a bunch of different energies and I don't want to ignore them. All right. So conclusions are within reach. Tell me what the conclusion is. I think we know what the conclusion is that there is some sort of a passionate, very honest and transparent message that's coming from someone who has feelings for you. For those of you who are bumping into this person, it's like an instant, hey, I know you? And you don't really? You don't know where you know them from. Tell me about the conclusions are within reach, please. What conclusions are within reach? I like it. I like it. Okay, so we'll go here. The conclusion that is in reach is that it is possible for you to bring this connection together if you want to. The Magician is here with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. It is possible. The Ace of Wands is right here in the Page of Wands hand. It is possible for you to bring this all together if you want to. I feel like it could be something that, it could be messages that you're sending, but it feels like it's coming towards you, Pisces. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's coming your way. This person's going to admit that they feel as though you're their soulmate. Yeah. That I feel like the Four of Cups we were looking at over here might have been that. You might have said, look, I know you're my soulmate. And they might have said, what? What is a soulmate? Like, maybe someone has figured out what is a soulmate. The soulmate is here. This is either, like I said, someone who you've known in a past life, or this is someone that you've just known for a really long time. Tell me what the challenge is going into the week ahead, please, for Pisces. It is all going to be about conversation and communication, because I think right now it's really quiet. Eight of Swords is here. I think right now it's really quiet. Somebody's trying to make a decision to communicate with you, Pisces. So whether it is the family thing or the love thing, I feel like somebody's trying to make a conscious effort to make some sort of connection with you, whether it's romantic or family or last life or whatever was the situation. I feel like that there is going to be some communication coming in for sure. The Eight of Wands is here. Someone who's been silent with you is about to make a decision, they didn't see the situation for what it was back there. I think that they were not really into speaking or telling you things, if I'm being honest. They've really been thinking about a lot in the last little while about you. Yeah, look at that. So we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. There is somebody here who's concealing their feelings. This person is by themselves. They're kind of, in this energy of, I'm not really sure if I want to share. I'm not really sure. I'm lonely with myself, but I'm not really sure if I want to share my energy. That's what the Four of Cups says to me. I feel like this person knows you're the soulmate, because now we have Six Cups, which is here, and this person has not told you how they feel. But look at that, the Ace of Cups comes up. So, yeah, there is going to be communication here that's coming in the very near future. I feel like the biggest challenge is going to be finding the words, not hurting each other, making sure that we're clear and concise and honest and truthful, and that this is victorious. Like, we want to have a good conversation, but remember, all swords have two sides, right? Everybody can get cut. Yeah, so be careful of that. All right, I'm just going to leave it here. My brains are mush. It's like I just did 3 readings. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go for now. I need a rest. Bye.